everybody, my name's Kate and I thought I would start doing a series to help people who aren't as versed to Disney World as myself to help with booking different aspects of your vacation. And for the first video, I wanted to talk about your advanced dining reservations, or Disney speak, everyone says ADR for lingo. And the first thing I would recommend is to download the Disney My Magic app. You're going to need that app the whole time you're in the park. You can book ADRs from there, change your fast pass times on there, change your advanced dining reservations if you need to on there. And depending on the time, I think you need to cancel at least 24 hours before your reservation, and you can do that easily from the phone if you're in the park the day before and something happens, or if you change your mind, you can always do that. And you can go to disneyworld.com. You need to sign up for an account with your email and sign up for a password. It's really easy to use. And under the things to do tab at the very top, you go to restaurants, and it's very easy. You can either put in breakfast, lunch, dinner to look up reservations, or you can look up a specific time throughout the day. And just to go over the different levels, there are quick service restaurants. The only quick service that you have to make an ADR for is the Be Our Guest in the Magic Kingdom. You can get breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Breakfast and lunch are quick service, and the dinner has you can meet the Beast, but that is a actual table service credit, just so you know. And the signature restaurants are more of the fancy upscale, and if you're on the Disney dining plan, they do take 2 credits. So just be aware of that if you make reservations. And I would say the hardest reservations to get, if you're staying on property, Disney property, you get 180 days plus 10 to book your reservations. But if you're not, if you're not staying on property, you just get the 180 days. And I would say the hardest ones to get are Cinderella's Royal Table, and that is one of the ADRs that you have to pay in full in advance. And I had breakfast there once. I don't think it was worth the $50 of what I got, but it was a really cool experience. And if you have little girls, I would at least do it once in your lifetime, just to say that you did it. And it was a really cool experience. I went with a party of 4 adults and we had a lot of fun, so I would recommend doing that at least once. And Ohana is pretty hard to get. They have actually changed the dinner back to 4:30, dinner starting at 4:30 instead of 6. So it's easy. It's a little bit easier to get an ADR for dinner. And of course, Be Our Guest anytime, all day. It's one of the hardest, if not hardest, reservation to get. And if you want to do a special show, they have Mickey's Barbecue, which is cute, but I don't see the point in paying that much money for hamburgers and hot dogs. I don't know about you, but that's just my opinion. And I have actually done all the shows except for Mickey's Barbecue. The Spirit of Aloha, I was so disappointed in, but if you want that kind of experience, I might do a whole video on just the experience that I had when I went. Although it was back in 2012, I just was not crazy about the show, the food, the experience. I was highly disappointed. And the last show is the Hoop-de-Doo Review, which is over at the Fort Wilderness Resort. It's really cute. They have really good food over there. I would recommend that one over the Aloha show personally. And there are tons of different themed restaurants. I'll do a totally different video detailing all of those, my top 5 probably. And I wanted to share what ADRs I've booked so far. We're going in December for a week, and my husband hasn't been since 2013. I go every year. If I didn't tell you before, I interned at Disney twice back in the day, and I try to go back once a year. I have a bunch of friends who live down there, so I'm never alone when I go down there, so I always have fun. And we're flying in on a Friday morning, so we're just going to go around Disney Springs that day, and that night we're going to California Grill for the first time, which is the restaurant on top of the Contemporary Hotel, and you can see the fireworks from Magic Kingdom if they're doing them that night. And the Saturday we're going to Universal, but that night I booked Whispering Canyon, but if Reservations for flying fish open up, I'll probably trade it for one of those because I've always wanted to try flying fish. We've been to Whispering Canyon before, we really like it, but I really prefer to try the flying fish. And the Sunday night for dinner, I got us a reservation at Le Cellier. That's my husband's favorite restaurant in all of Disney, so we always have to go there. I highly recommend if you go there, you get, instead of the cheddar cheese soup, definitely try the signature poutine. It's French fries with cheese curds and this reduction wine sauce and truffles. It's one of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. I highly recommend that. And the next day is one of our off days, so we're going to go to breakfast at Kona Cafe over at the Polynesian Resort. We've been over there before for breakfast. It was amazing. I recommend the Tonga toast. It's like this huge mound of toast with stuffed bananas in the middle, and they give you it dipped in cinnamon sugar, and they give you this strawberry compote to pour over it. You can get the Tonga toast over at the quick service at the Polynesian, called Captain Cook's, I believe, but you don't get the strawberry compote like you do at Kona Cafe. So if you still want to try it and just want to use quick service credits, you can definitely do that. And the next day, I'm unsure if I'm going to keep our ADR. It's during the Christmas party for Be Our Guest dinner. My husband's never been to Be Our Guest, but I've been there for lunch once, but he really wanted to try it, so I'm unsure. I'm still trying to find a different day to get it. I just haven't seen any openings yet. And the next day for lunch, I booked Yak and Yeti. We've never been there. I've heard good things about it, but our friends came over the other night and they told us it was really bad, so I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. And the next night I got an ADR at Mouseport. Some of my friends said it was amazing and it's one of the best restaurants at Disney, and I've never been there, so I wanted to try it. It's over in the French pavilion over at Epcot. And our last night in the actual parks and everything, we have a dinner reservation at Ohana. My husband has never been there. He loved that I told him they bring you meat on sticks, and I haven't been there in at least 7-8 years. So I'm hoping it's better than last time when I went. And I've heard good reviews lately, so I'm hopeful. And our last day, we're just gonna go to Disney Springs, and I booked us a lunch reservation at the new Morimoto Asia restaurant. And everything looks amazing. It gets really good reviews, so I'm looking forward to that. And that is everything with the reservations. And for the snack credits, I believe you get a bunch of snack credits too. I could do a whole different episode on snacks alone, so I'll probably end up doing that. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me or put a comment down below, and I'll answer you as soon as I see your message. And thanks, and give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and remember to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.